Good morning, everyone. Please stand as we welcome the official party. Good morning and welcome. I'd like to invite Paige Seymour to the microphone for the acknowledgement of country and to commence the Year 12 Graduation Assembly for 2021.
I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners whose land we gather on today, the Wadi people of the Yuin Nation, for they hold the history, traditions and culture of Aboriginal Australia. As we gather here, we must remember this land was, is and always will be Aboriginal land.
Thank you, Paige. Could you please remain standing for the school pledge and repeat after me? As a student of Bomaderry High School, I shall respect the rights of others. I shall strive to do my best and bring credit to my school. And I am proud to be Australian. Please remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated. I would like to invite our principal, Mr. Morris, to welcome the assembly.
Morning, everyone. Lovely to see you all. It's amazing that we're able to get together. So really appreciate you taking time out of your day and working with us on the COVID guidelines. Can I begin also by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which our Year 12 graduation assembly takes place today. Tell you what, I thought I was going to do this really easy, but it's a bit of a struggle today. So I'm going to start again if you don't mind. Firstly, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which our Year 12 graduation assembly takes place today, the Wadi people of the Yuin Nation, and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging, for they hold the memories, traditions and hopes of Aboriginal Australia. And I'd also like to extend that same respect to any Aboriginal person here with us today, as we must always remember that under the concrete and asphalt, this land is, was and always will be traditional Aboriginal land. I'd also like to acknowledge that wherever you may be viewing this ceremony from, that you too are on country today, and what a beautiful country it is. Welcome everyone to a very special day on our school calendar, one where we bid farewell to our outgoing Year 12 students. Once again this year, there were many, many times where we all thought we may not even reach this day, but we have. And we're also thankful that we have once again been able to navigate the ever-increasing COVID-safe guidelines to ensure this event could take place. It's probably the latest Year 12 graduation ceremony I've ever been a part of in my entire teaching career. I've said previously at these events that days such as today require high-level strategic planning, coordination and organisation to ensure everything runs smoothly. Throw in the past few years that we've had, and our hope is that today will also run just as smoothly. Again, if not slightly different to what we are normally used to. Mrs. Myers-Brown and Miss Harlaw have organised this great event, with outstanding support from our office staff, including but not limited to Stacey Thompson, Sharon Horgan and Abby Gozlewski, as well as Mrs Pickering, along with Mrs Mackay and Miss Opficue, who've made the lovely flower arrangements. Miss Davis has arranged our musical items. Our relieving general assistant, Mr Graham Webber, and his great team of hall shifters have worked closely with Miss Mehick and our office manager, Mrs Kerry McPherson, and other office staff to ensure that our seating was arranged so as to adhere to the COVID-19 regulations, and well done. Everyone seems to be sitting where they should be. Mr Jones has assisted with some last-minute support with speech writing, and of course your year advisor, Miss Eastgate, has assisted with today's proceedings, as well as helping Mrs Hilaire and Miss Mehick organise the formal evening on Thursday night. And thank you to Trent Hilaire, former 2017 school captain, for the live streaming of today's event, and of course our wonderful student helpers who have performed numerous roles today, along with Paige and our captains as well. Please join me in showing our appreciation for all of their combined efforts. Year 12. This is generally the time where I try to provide you with some wise words and advice as you head off into the world, and link it to one of the books that I've read over the last year. I had chosen the book that I would reference this year very early on, Heroes Next Door by Samuel Johnson and his sister Hilda Hinton. A book, incidentally, that was a gift to me by Mrs Kate Burrett, who is the fantastic head teacher of our tutorial centre. But it wasn't until I read my stars this week that I saw how I needed to link it into today, because I believe my stars this week apply to all of us. And if you'll indulge me for a minute, I'll read them to you. It's not about wondering when you'll be more fortunate. It's about recognising how fortunate you are. There are lots of things to be pleased about. It's easy to get caught up in the demands of life and forget the good aspects, the beauty of the sky, the miracle of creation. This week will remind you of all that brings joy. Learn not to focus on what's difficult, and what you need will come to you. Wise words indeed. The Heroes Next Door stories of truth demonstrate how resilience and kindness make a difference, and that you don't have to travel far to find good people. In fact, I would say you don't have to travel too far at all, as they are all in this very hall, sitting right next to you. I'm sure you'll be able to relate to the many people I'll briefly touch on today. Are you the train station host who made care packs for the homeless? Or are you the family who took in children who needed your care? Have you survived serious illness or diagnosis and are now thriving? Are you the next door neighbour who is just there whenever you're needed? Are you the wildlife worker who cares for injured animals? Have you devoted your life to care for people less fortunate than you? Have you been touched by the precious gift of organ donation? Or are you just like me, when I lost my father in my first year here at Bomaderry High School, when I needed his strength, calmness, sense of humour, and most of all, his belief in me? With that in mind, I'll take you back to my stars. It's not about wondering when you'll be more fortunate, it's about recognising how fortunate you are. Over the past 2 years, we have all survived bushfires and floods and are still learning to live with the constant threat of COVID-19 and its many variants. Year 12, I would like you to think positively about everything you have achieved, and then think of the endless opportunities that are out there waiting for you, because really, we are fortunate and life is so very precious. As Miss Myers-Brown has said to me only just this week, this group of students are going to adorn our stages and save our planet. Yes, you are Year 12. Year 12, it has been an absolute pleasure to have joined with you on your high school journey, and for that, I am truly grateful. Parents, I haven't forgotten about you either. I normally address parents at our formal, however, as we're all sadly aware, the formal this year will again be quite different. On behalf of Bomaderry High School, I sincerely thank all of you for allowing us to be part of this crucial stage in your children's lives. It has been an absolute privilege to work side by side with you throughout these most formative of years. For some of you, we will continue our partnership with your other children. However, if it is your last child graduating from Bomaderry High School today, please know that you have raised wonderful young adults, adults that we've been inspired by on a daily basis. Take care, everyone. Never forget that there's never a bad day at Bomaderry High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morris. I would like to welcome Mrs. Eastgate, the Year 12 Advisor, to address the Assembly and present the awards.
Just need my glasses down. I welcome you all, the friends, family and teachers of the graduating Year 12 students, to this, our final Year 12 Assembly. At one point, we weren't even sure this day would come due to the growing pandemic, the constant changes in restrictions causing much confusion, the organising and then reorganising of this event due to postponement and delay of the HSC. But here we are. You finally made it, guys. Over the past few days, I've had staff, students, and even my own family members ask me how I'm feeling about today. The most common question is, are you sad? Your chicks are flying the nest. Truth be told, you guys left the nest already, earlier, way back after your trials in August. And you have been persevering through what is arguably the most difficult months of your high schooling experience. So no, today is not a sad day for me, but an incredibly proud and happy day that I get the opportunity to see you all again and share in this wondrous celebration. In fact, it's not actually until now, looking up at you, all in your caps and gowns, that it's truly hitting home to me how real this day is. And I'm so grateful we get to share it all together. I still remember our first ever assembly, way back in 2016. I was your wise Roby-Wan Kenobi then, and you were fresh-faced and full of nerves. Fortunately, you had myself and Mr. Crichton to guide you through it. Although in all seriousness, I think we were just as nervous and full of anticipation for what lay ahead of us. Little did we know of the adventure we were about to embark on. I can honestly say it has been a privilege and a pleasure to be this group's year advisor. It is a role that has provided me with some of the most cherished memories of and biggest personal growth, not just in my teaching career. Indeed, I have done a lot of growing up. We have done a lot of growing up together. I have gone from a Miss Roby to a Mrs. Eastgate, from a wife to a mother, and from a year advisor to a friend. We've laughed together, celebrated together, and mourned together. And through it all, we have supported one another and cared for one another. Because of you, I had the courage and drive to become a mother. There's a saying in parenthood, you always burn your first batch of pancakes. How fortunate am I that I started with over 130 pancakes, half cooked already, mind you, that I could play school mum to. But despite my meddling, and obviously to the full credit of your family and friends, you guys turned out all right. Truth be told, you were always the guinea pigs. You were the first year group to begin your high school learning with iPads, the first group to experience a Year 9 camp, and the first group to become peer support leaders. Throughout it all, we have approached each new challenge and experience in the same way, together. I often talk about you to my daughter, Liliana. Already at 2 years old, she knows how proud I am of you all, of my other kids, or as she calls you, her brothers and sisters at big school. Trust me, it caused a lot of confusion at her daycare at first. She's aware of all of this because of the huge impact you have had on mine and my family's life. Like any proud parent, I boast about you and your achievements. I worry about you during times of stress. I cry for you during times of sadness, and I fight for you during times of uncertainty. To the parents and carers here today and watching online, it takes a great deal of patience, understanding, and courage to continue to support your child when they are facing such daunting experiences. I see you. I recognise your strength, and I thank you for working with me and the school to achieve your child's goals. Congratulations to you too for all your success. To the staff of Bomaderry High School, thank you for your wisdom and your guidance in expanding Year 12's horizons and supporting myself and the students during these long and challenging months of the HSC. To Mr. Crichton especially, thank you. Although I know you felt like an outsider looking in these past 2 years, know that your support and encouragement of the students has been felt warmly throughout the entire 6 years, and I couldn't have asked for a better co-captain to steer this ship. To Year 12, I'm constantly amazed by your maturity, determination, and perseverance, particularly in these last few months. Congratulations for making it here today. The completion of your studies at Bomaderry High School and gaining a HSC qualification represents a triumph over adversity. Not just simply a triumph over stress due to rigorous study, but also a triumph of successfully navigating your way through the trials of lockdown, online learning, and the constant unknown that continued to unfold throughout this extraordinary year. You have all succeeded and overcome, and this is why employers will value your HSC award, as it is a mark of resilience, perseverance, and diligence. You have taken the first step into a larger world, and a great leap forward often requires taking 2 steps back to build that momentum before lunging out. And you've certainly done that, Year 12. I hope you continue moving forward, meeting new people, making new friends, falling in love, setting goals, facing challenges, making mistakes, and trust me, you'll make plenty of those. But that you ensure that you learn from these mistakes and you always continue to learn. When you walk out of the doors today and start building your futures, I hope that you look back on your past here at Bomaderry High School and you remember it fondly for the valuable lessons you have learned and for the awesome year advisor you once had. That is, of course, referring to me and not Mr. Crichton. Sorry, sir. All the best for the future, and thank you so much for the beautiful memories. Goodbye, old friends. My love to you all, and as always, may the force be with you. Do I go straight into the... It is now with great pleasure that I will announce the following award recipients. First award is to Ari Britton. Ari received the Year 12 Dux Award and the University of Wollongong Medal for Outstanding Academic Achievement. Ari also receives the Essentially Accounting Most Outstanding Music Performer Award and subject awards for Engineering Studies, Mathematics Extension 1, Mathematics Extension 2, Music 1, and he is also nominated for consideration in the inclusion of Encore, the showcase for the best HSC music students, for his performance Made in France. It's pretty good. Alex Cornell. Alexander receives the Year 12 Dux Award as well, and the University Wollongong Medal for Outstanding Academic Achievement. He also receives the ADF Future Innovations Award and subject awards for biology, chemistry, and physics. Samuel Anderson Young. Sam receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. He also receives the Gareth Ward MP Award for Academic Excellence and Subject Award for Mathematics Advanced and Standard English. Duran Prachiakul. Duran receives the prestigious ADF Long Tang Leadership plus Teamwork Award. He also receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement, the Rotary Club of Bomaderry School Service Award to captains and vice captains, and the M.W. Brooker Award for Business Studies, plus subject awards for Business Studies and Industrial Technology Multimedia. Cedar Podmore. Cedar receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. She also receives the Subject Award for Aboriginal Studies, French Beginners, and Visual Arts. Imogen Samba. Imogen receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. She also receives the Rotary Club of Bomaderry School Service Award for Captains and Vice Captains, and the Subject Award for Extension English and Legal Studies. Jarrah Carlisle. Jarrah receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. He also receives the Shoalhaven City Council Citizenship Award and subject awards for Advanced English and Drama. Jarrah was also nominated for an onstage, the Showcase of Exceptional HSC Drama Performance. Well done. Alana Mannix. Alana receives the PNC Award for Outstanding Academic Achievement. She also receives the Rotary Club of Bomaderry School Service Award to Captains and Vice Captains and the PNC Community Service Environment Award, as well as subject awards for Geography and Investigating Science. I'd now like to ask you to hold your applause to the end because we've still got a lot of award recipients. Next up, we have Jack Barth. Jack receives the PNC Award for Commitment and Effort. Aaron Mondon. Aaron receives the PNC Award for Commitment and Effort. Nikki Murray. Nikki receives the PNC Award for Commitment and Effort. She also receives subject awards for Mathematics 2 and was nominated for SHAPE 2021, the exhibition of exemplary major works by design and technology, industrial technology, and textiles and design. Fleur Starkey. Fleur receives the PNC Award for Commitment and Effort. She also receives the Subject Award for Modern History. Kaisha Thompson. Kaisha receives the PNC Award for Commitment and Effort. She also receives subject awards for Society and Culture. Tara Rumble. Tara receives the Ampol Award for Best All-Rounder. She also receives the Subject Award for Sport, Lifestyle and Recreation. Abby Horton. Abby receives the Reuben F. Scarf Memorial Foundation Award for Commitment. She also receives the Subject Award for Ancient History. Kim Brooks. Kim receives the Rotary Club of Bomaderry School Service Award to Captains and Vice Captains. Connor Sawyer. Connor receives the Year Advisors Award. He also receives the Excellence in VET Award for Manufacturing and Engineering and Primary Industries and Subject Award for Industrial Technology, Timber and Wood. Lara Spink. Lara receives the Year Advisors Award. Hyun Parsons. Hyun receives the Excellence in VET Award for Hospitality. He also receives the Subject Award for Hospitality. Taya Hollingsworth. Taya receives the Excellence in VET Award for Manufacturing and Engineering. Belle Jeffrey. Belle receives the Lynn Jeffrey Award for English and History. Taisha Cox, who is not here today, but she receives the PNC Award for Excellence in Hospitality. Jamie Griffin. Jamie receives the Premier's Sporting Challenge Medal. She also receives the Subject Award for Food Technology. These following students receive subject awards. Ellie Fisher for Primary Industries. Logan Hills for English Studies and Numeracy. Summer O'Brien for Mathematics Standard 1. Amber Potterton for Extension History. And Bronte Windsor for PDHPE. Please congratulate these well-deserving students.
Thank you, Mrs. Eastgate. Please welcome Duran Prashiakul and Tanzania Dali to present the farewell address on behalf of Year 12.
Good morning, fellow students, teachers, staff, and parents. For most people, today may seem like any other day. However, for the graduating class of 2021, it marks a significant milestone in our lives. Yet, this speech isn't dedicated to us, but to those who helped make us who we are today, the staff here at Bomaderry High School. Teachers have always played a crucial role in the lives of their students, not just as someone who teaches a subject, but rather as individuals who inspire us that there's more to life than our defined syllabus lessons. And with that in mind, we'd like to thank the following staff and faculty.
To the English staff who taught us to think critically and form our own perspectives on the world through individual and collective human experiences, and surprisingly, literary techniques. We'd be lost without you. As well as the HSIE staff who put time and effort into ensuring that we would uphold good morals and find curiosity in the world and people around us. We are so thankful for all of your life lessons.
To the mathematics faculty, who taught us that there is always a correct solution to every problem, or maybe even multiple solutions. Thank you for all you've done for us. And the industrial technology staff, who taught us technical skills in fields such as engineering, agriculture, woodwork, metalwork, and multimedia. We're grateful for all the opportunities that you have provided us.
To the science faculty for providing us with knowledge about the universe, our world, and even ourselves that we will carry for the rest of our lives, and for teaching us that science and innovation is possible even without the most advanced technology. We are thankful for your support. To the creative and performing arts staff for tolerating our melodramatic characteristics, our surrealist takes on the world, and for listening to Angus's extreme and sometimes obnoxious drumming. We are sincerely thankful, and we are sorry about Angus.
To the PDHP staff, who encouraged us to make healthy lifestyle choices in order to experience positive relationships and improve our own quality of life. But most importantly, thank you for teaching us how to dance. As well as the home economics faculty, for teaching us lifelong skills in which no one can question, when am I ever going to use this in the real world?
To the Indigenous staff, thank you for maintaining and ensuring our connection with the Aboriginal culture and heritage of this land. as well as to the maintenance and gardening staff for keeping our school beautiful and, most importantly, in one piece after all the floods.
To the office ladies who work tirelessly to ensure that the school's administration is flawless, we appreciate your hard work. And the canteen staff who provided us with delicious meals for breakfast, recess, and lunch. Your food was a highlight in our high school experience. We'd also like to thank the learning support and support staff for responding to the additional learning needs of students, ensuring that everyone has access to equal learning.
To the library staff for providing us with a safe, quiet, and most importantly, fun environment to study in. As HSE students, we thank you. To the deputies, thank you for all of your hard work in establishing and maintaining a supportive school environment and learning culture. And although there is a speech already dedicated to our year advisors, we felt that it's only fair to thank Mrs. Eastgate and Mr. Crichton, pre-abandonment, for their continued support throughout these past 6 years. They've treated us like family, and we are forever grateful. They are an interesting duo, to say the least.
To our esteemed principal, Mr. Morris. On behalf of the graduating class of 2021, we can't thank you enough for all of your hard work, both in school and behind the scenes, supporting us time and time again despite our problems with COVID, and particularly ensuring that our graduation and formal has been made possible. Thank you for your excellent leadership and for being a role model for each and every student here at Bomaderry High School. We wish you the best for the future.
We know it hasn't been easy dealing with such a dramatic and enthusiastic year group, but we are so thankful for your efforts and the care you have shown, not only for our education, but for our personal lives as well. You have all gone above and beyond for us in the past 6 years, and we will miss you all so much. Could we please give a round of applause for the people who made today possible?
Thank you, Duran and Tanzania. We will now enjoy a multimedia presentation created by Mrs. Eastgate. Could I please ask the official party to move from the stage?
I hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. I hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. Oh, yeah. The only way you can know, give it all you have. And I hope that you don't suffer, but take the pain. I hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. much you spend your days, but they all add up. When the sun goes down, hope you raise your cup. Yeah. I wish that I could witness all your joy and all your pain. Until that moment comes, I'll say I did it all. I did it all. On every second that this world could give, I saw so many places, the things that I did. In every broken bone, I swear I lived. Every broken bone, I swear I live. Every broken bone, I swear I live. I did it all. I did it all. On every second that this world could give, I saw so many places, the things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I live. I swear I live.
Falling too fast to prepare for this. Tripping in the world could be dangerous. Everybody circling this vulturous. Negative, nepotist. Everybody waiting for the fall of man. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word up on your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes. Instead of European typical, looking at my body feeling miserable. Always hanging on to the visual. I wanna be invisible. Looking at my years like I'm not dumb. Everybody needs to be a part of them. Never be enough on the prodigal son. I was born to run, I was born for this. Whip, run me like a racehorse. Pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip. Word up on your lip. Rather that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. Yeah, take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes. Hypocritical, egotistical. I wanna be the parenthetical, hypothetical. Working out of something that I'm proud of. Out of the box and epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe. I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of catastrophe. And yet a masterpiece. And yet I'm half diseased. And when I am deceased, at least I go down to the grave and die happily. And leave the body of my soul to be a part of me. I it takes. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. You take me to the top. I'm ready for whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do what it takes.
Please, won't you wait? Won't you stay? At least down till the sun goes down. When you're gone, I lose faith. I lose everything I have found. Heartstrings, violence. That's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, yeah, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, but when you're gone, the music go whoa 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 whoa. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul. Whoa 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 whoa. So hear me out before you see the night is over. I want you to know that we can carry on. So don't let this be our final song. So don't let this be our final song. So hear me out before you see the night is over. I want you to know that we can carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Baby, when we were young, there was nothing to make believe. And the songs that we sang, they were written for you and me. Melodies on repeat, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, yeah, that's what I hear when you're by my side. Ooh, and when you're gone, the music go whoa 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 whoa. I lose my rhythm, lose my soul. Whoa 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 whoa. So hear me out before you see the night is over. I want you to know that we can carry on. So don't let this be our final song. So don't let this be our final song. So hear me out before you see the night is over. I want you to know that we can carry on. So don't let this be our final song. Take us to a higher ground. Here and now, whatever you do, just don't look down.
On behalf of Year 12, Alana Mannix, Imogen Sumbar, and Kim Brooks will now share their many memories of their time at Bomaderry High School.
On the 27th of January 2016, around 2,141 days ago, a cohort of young, naive and pimply students entered through the doors of this very hall we stand in today. We smiled with pride in our fresh white shirts that were 2 sizes too big and sat in our class lines looking at each other with juvenile judgment. When I think back to my first day, I think with fear. I was forced, however some may say encouraged, by Mrs. Limbry to dance to a song in Japanese, do push-ups in Mr. Bergen's class, and was taunted by Mr. Chanuth for 75 minutes to spell his last name. Although our last day felt never-ending, here we are, 6 years later. About to say goodbye. Along our journey, nobody could have ever prepared us for what we were about to face. We've endured fires, floods, a worldwide pandemic, and 2 lockdowns. Through it all, we learnt the true meaning of friendship, the importance of resilience, and the value of memories. While our high school journey hasn't always been perfect, it is our own, and for that, we should be proud. Today, we are graduating on the same hall that hasn't changed since year 7, about to begin a new chapter in our lives. But before we turn the page, let's look back at some significant moments.
Year 7, A time where we thought posting on Musical.ly and taking selfies in dog filters was such a good idea. Oh, how that haunts us now. During these somber days, the surreal and bewildering environment of high school slapped our insecure little faces. We had no prior experience traversing around such a giant and complex maze of classrooms and hallways, yet, as always, we adapted to the route. In Year 7, we learned a lot about each other, for better or for worse. We learnt that Logan has an irrational fear of puppets, that Angus and Naz like to pace around E-Block like a Bathurst 1000, that Alex had a habit of breaking his arm every 2 years, Joe's encounter with Yellow Rain, and that Kai helped us witness a rare full moon sighting during the day. Before we knew it, Year 7 had flashed by in what feels like to be less than a skip of a heartbeat. And looking back at the end of 2016, I can comfortably say that I could have never fully comprehended the countless hurdles and events that were yet to come.
I think I can confidently speak on behalf of our class that years 8, 9 and 10 were all years we want to forget, especially for Miss Allaire, who had to sit behind Caitlin and Bailey on a date to the movies. Many of us would also like to forget the day Dylan popped his knee out at camp by simply walking. However, the sheer strength and chivalry displayed by Mr. Chanuth as he held it together was simply an awe-inspiring experience for those who witnessed it. All who attended the girls' big day out might also choose to block out the traumatising comments Miss Eastgate made on belly dancing. Year 10 steamrolled through with work experience where our lovely teachers came to visit us, and a school musical with the, let's say, unique reworking of ABBA's Dancing Queen to Dairy Queen, and a fall where the King and Queen, Travis and Mackenzie, awkwardly waltzed to Ed Sheeran's Thinking Out Loud. 2 lucky ducklings managed to bail on the Year 10 exams, one being Jaden, thanks to a metallic four-wheeled beast hurtling towards him at a solid 70 kilometres per hour, and, as Kim put it, that Alana Mannix chick with a so-called food poisoning situation. Joe accidentally kicked a ball into Caitlin's face and broke Disha's lunchbox. Birds pooped everywhere, and Harry's sunglasses were lost paddleboarding, all thanks to Jaden and his clumsiness. The arrival of Year 11 was the perfect time to start learning about resilience. With the heatwave of fires, the destructive nature of the floods, and COVID-19 in full swing during our HSC year, our school lives saw an immediate change. During our turmoil, Angus Valley made up his mind on his emo hairstyle. Mr. Chanuth, on the other hand, began to bunny hop as part of his comedic relief for our stress in times of prelims. Looking back, that was a walk in the park compared to what Year 12 had in store for us. Some of our classmates dropped out for trades and apprenticeships, and others pursued further education at TAFE, while the rest of us braced for the, Kim, what did you call it again?
Or a hellish 360 taekwondo back kick to the liver, or more commonly referred to as the HSC trial examinations. Are you prepared for the worst, with each breakdown worse than the next, drawing us one step closer to the finish line? To persevere through the trial exams had been a huge milestone, a milestone we worked incredibly hard to achieve. But then COVID-19 hit us again, impacting our social lives and mental health once more with a surprise lockdown. We'd never even got to celebrate our last days properly. So, I would like to formally congratulate everyone for pushing through and achieving the near impossible during these times. Keeping on top of assignments and schoolwork was easier said than done. However, we also made some everlasting memories during these hardships. Angus proved his adept driving skills by totaling his Ford Falcon and the Mitsubishi VRX, followed by Amberley, who got hit by a parked car during a PEAS test. Conflict arose when a head-on confrontation regarding popcorn in the common room resulted in one of the most heated arguments the school had ever seen in its 54 years. On the other hand, the unique stress relief from watching Trisha Paytas had helped the legal studies class tremendously. Year 12 also saw the creation of the hair jar, the reading of the Communist Manifesto for research purposes, and the iconic debate over whether a grizzly bear or a gorilla would win in a fight. In my opinion, the gorilla, granted after hitting the gym for a month or two. As the days grew colder, the beginning of the end had commenced.
And just under a week ago, we finished the most challenging month of our schooling career. Through the tears caused by last-minute study stress, and anger due to Nessa's use of crystals, a furry, and a mother who furiously ate breakfast, we collectively endured the human experience of our final exams. Together, we persevered through it all, and I could not be more proud of the people in front of me. Parents and carers, we thank you so much for being there for us in these times when we needed the most support. Teachers and staff, thank you for being the one true constant of our schooling lives, continually teaching us our syllabus and essential life lessons we will take with us into the future. To Mrs. Eastgate, we cannot thank you enough for being our guiding light through this all and being the best year advisor a year could ever ask for. And Mr. Crichton. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank you, Year 12, for the past 6 years. You have engraved so many smiles onto my face, and so many memories into my heart. I'm inspired by each and every one of you and wish you nothing but luck for the future. When you go home tonight, having closed this book and going to pick up a new one off the shelf, I want you to think about your growth from Year 7 to now, because you deserve to feel that warm feeling of proudness. Maybe even reflect on what you would tell your Year 7 self if you could, and find that growth within growing. When I think about the past and what I would tell my Year 7 self, it would be to enjoy every single person, lesson, and memory, and to embrace those awkward moments of naivety and adversity with strength and resilience. Because when you're 18, staring into a hall of your peers and parents for the last time, those memories are all that will follow you into the next chapter of life. Good luck, Year 12. Stay inspired, stay persistent, and as Mrs. Oliver Graham quoted to me, find your truth and freedom. Thank you.
Sasha Kerwin and Natalia Haler would now like to address Mrs. Eastgate on behalf of Year 12.
Good morning, parents, carers, teachers, and those who are viewing this at home. For those who don't know, my name is Natalia Haler, and this is my good friend Sasha Kerwin. And today we are here to express our gratitude and appreciation to the two best year advisors at Bomaderry High School has ever seen. Mr. Crichton and, of course, Mrs. Eastgate. On behalf of the class of 2021, we thank you both for all your efforts and hard work you put in to ensure we all had the best high school experience possible. Over the past 6 years, each of you loved and supported us all unconditionally, treating each of us like your own. You watched us grow from petty and immature preteens into what I think is an incredibly strong, mature, and loving group of young adults ready for the future. I can assure you, without the guidance and encouragement of each of you, we wouldn't be the people we are today.
All right, to kick it off, Mr. Crichton. It's been a wild journey over the years with so many special memories. From year group camps and the big day out to guidance classes and really cool excursions. I'm sure each of us have at least one special memory we'll never forget. Mr. Crichton, you've been so incredible with all of us over the years. Your patience, your genuine kindness, and ability to empathise with anyone, no matter the situation, is amazing. Although, a few of my classmates will testify that your patience was tested during the Just Desserts musical where you left halfway through. You've done so much for all of us when times are tough, even sitting through what we're sure is more than your fair share of mediation sessions with crying teenage girls. But trust me, we all appreciate it. At the end of year 10, our hearts were broken as we were informed you were gaining the role of HISI head teacher and were no longer an official year advisor. However, let's be real, we didn't let that happen. You never truly stopped. Your doors were always open for us, no matter what, and for that and many other reasons, we are so grateful and appreciate everything you've done to ensure our success and happiness.
Now, Mrs. Eastgate, when writing this speech, we struggled. There is simply too much to say. You have just been incredible. It is no secret that the past 2 years have been tough, but you have never failed to inspire and motivate us to fight for our dreams, believe in ourselves, and meet our goals, no matter how big or small. I know we have never told you enough, but we know you have worked tirelessly every day to ensure our every success, and believe me when we say how much we appreciate it. Mrs. Eastgate, you're the type of person who is never forgotten. Your unique humour, wholehearted encouragement and support and willingness to help no matter the situation has made an impression that is everlasting, and over the years we have all experienced how true that statement really is. From life advice, heartfelt chats and sincere encouragement that will last a lifetime, you and your hard work will never be forgotten.
You have always made us feel safe at school and comfortable and when we felt out of place. You created an environment in which we all felt a sense of belonging, which is so important. You became our school mum, treating each of us like your own, willingly dealing with the heartbreaks, heartaches, and teenage attitudes. But most importantly, you helped us grow and transform into amazing young people, ready to take on the world. You've given us the strength we need to take the next steps towards our dreams, no matter what they be, from lawyers, doctors, engineers, graphic designers, anything really. You've been so unbelievably supportive and helped us in every way you possibly could have. You stuck by our side when things weren't pretty and held our hands till the end. Not only are you the most amazing year advisor, but you're just the most amazing person. Your strength and kindness has guided us through rocky and unknown roads, and here we are at the end of our high school journey. We can stand here and say we wouldn't have made it without you.
There is no doubt that our time at Bomaderry High School has been a roller coaster with many ups, downs, twists and turns, but here we are, and and it is thanks to these two amazing people. We know over the years you have each had your hands full with us and your standard workload, but we hope it has been worth it. We want to say thank you for all your hard work and endless love and support. We all love and adore each of you, and you will each always hold a special place in our hearts. We simply would not be the people we are today without your drive and desire to make sure that we are able to succeed and be the best we can be. It is because of you what we have all become and so capable of greatness. You are both such amazing people and incredible educators. We were so lucky to have you by our sides for the past 6 years. Here's to the future, and I know we will make you both proud.
Finally, I would like to invite both Mr. Crichton and Mrs. Eastgate onto the stage. It is with great gratitude and appreciation that on behalf of the class of 2021, we give you these gifts, symbolising our deep appreciation for all that you have done throughout the high school careers. We'll love you always.
Just to clarify, Mr. Crichton didn't abandon anybody. He's been our head teacher at HSIE for the last 2 years, whilst Mr. Kelly headed overseas. So no abandonment. He's been amazing as well, as has Miss Eastgate. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks so much for this, guys. This was totally unexpected. I really appreciate it. Yeah, after the speeches, I was going to say, don't hold it against me, you know. It's been 2 years, but all seriousness though, congratulations, guys. It's so good to see you here, dressed the way you are. Such an accomplishment. It's awesome looking back at the slideshow with all those old memories. So it does make me very proud that I was your year advisor. So thank you.
Sorry, I just want to jump in and say a quick thank you too. Trust me, guys, the feeling is mutual. You are family to us. We love you all dearly. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sasha and Natea. We will now enjoy a multimedia presentation from Ms. Eastgate, parents, and the Bomaderry High School staff. Could I please ask the official party to move from the stage?
Good job, Chloe. You get that, yeah!
it'll tell you when the world is brought down to your knees. And I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me. Seems you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, make it through all the rest with. Someone I'll always laugh with, even at my worst, my best with you. Yeah.
Congratulations, Caitlin.
Congratulations, we're really proud of you. Well done.
You're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, you weep the most, even though you I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to fall, I'll be there for you. Like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too.
Hello Year 12, congratulations on making it this far and best wishes for the HSC exams and into the future. And to Connor and Ellie, you champions of primary industries, hope everything goes really well for both of you. Wonderful humans. All the best Year 12.
'Cause you're there for me Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Mama said, fulfill the prophecy, be something great. Go make a legacy, manifest destiny. Back in the days we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, burn your biographies, rewrite your history, light up your wildest dreams, museum victories. Every day we wanted everything, wanted everything. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes.
That's on Friday. Apologies.
It is now my pleasure to invite Miss Eastgate back to the stage to present Year 12 with their portfolios and gift. Miss Harlaw will announce the final roll call for Year 12 2021. At the conclusion of the presentation, Miss Davis will play a musical piece dedicated to Year 12 called All of Me by the Piano Guys.
Okay, it is my absolute pleasure to complete the Year 12's final roll call. Samuel and this exceptional group of students.
On behalf of Ms. Eastgate, we would like to thank the following people who have helped make today a success. All the Year 12 students who performed, presented and contributed to the success of today. Mr. Morris, Miss Russell, Mr. Kershaw, Miss Brewitt, Miss Parsons, Miss Maheek and all the executive for your ongoing support. Miss Myers-Brown and Miss Harlaw for their organisation, Miss Godlewski, Miss Horgan, Miss Thompson and all the office staff for their hard work. The SRC for their assistance and the Year 9 students for the preparation and presentation of the awards and presents. The sound and lighting crew and Trent Hilaire for the live stream. We would also like to thank everyone who has helped us celebrate Year 12's achievements. We wish them all happy and successful futures. Please put your hands together for one last time. That concludes the Year 12 graduation. Please stand for the exit of the official party.
Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in. Please feel free now to go and see your kids and have a big hug and celebrate, and thank you very much.
Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. I hope when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. I hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.